So, Joe, a jockey that's in form and riding out of the skin, is that something that you look for as being, yeah, this is definitely something that's going to influence me choosing a horse and tipping it?
Well, I think the issue with this factor is that if you have a jockey that sort of rides a couple of winners at a meeting, they're often then over bet on their next ride. Obviously, we've had cases like Frankie with the Magnificent Seven um, and things like that, but it is something I definitely consider. But I think I tend to go against the grain because then you're getting the value elsewhere. But obviously, it's something you have to consider. I mean, that there's that saying about a horse can hear a heartbeat or something from 3 feet away. So I feel like if you're a jockey that's just rode a couple of winners and you're in the zone, I feel like that confidence can flow through the horse. Whether it
Yeah.
makes the difference between winning a race and not is another thing. But it's definitely
Joe, do
something.
you know what do they say the percentages of the horse versus the jockey?
Well, when I looked into it, I think they say around 10% is the jockey, and then the rest
Yeah.
is the horse. But
Yeah, so
I
it's
feel like
90% horse and 10% jockey. Is that kind of what they say? So, but
yeah,
obviously, if a jockey's in form, you might be going that the. Some people say, oh, they're just going to get the gaps and they're riding out the skin. But sometimes they could have just had a good previous day because they've been riding some good horses, and next
yeah.
week they become an informed jockey. But that might not be the case. So
Well, that's it. Like,
it's interesting you say that because
it all comes down to confidence as
go on.
well, and how relaxed they are in the race. Because if you're going into that race out of form, you're more likely to make bad decisions and take gaps when you shouldn't, and misjudge the pace and things like that. So, the more you look at it, the more important this factor is. But again, it's coming back to the price. You don't want to overbet something because someone's on for a treble. It never normally works out well if you do that.
Yeah, for sure. It's like you said, it's all about the value in the betting market. So what odds they are. If the seventh run that Frankie Dettori had, it was a 12-1 shot, and he got backed into 2-1 favourite because it was the 7 out of 7. So that is, although he won the race, that's not good value in the betting market. So it's
That's it.
definitely something.
There was that famous bookmaker on the Row at Ascot where he just kept laying them because they were getting backed in. He knew they weren't the true price of the horse, so he just kept laying them and laying them. And obviously, it took him for everything in the end because all 7 of them went in. But I mean, that's
Yeah,
all the years we've had racing, and that's just a one-off. Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, informed jockeys then is a factor, but maybe not as big as a factor as other things that we might be looking for when we're tipping up each horses each day.
yeah.